Yep.
Okay guys, another Thumpstar Tech video. Going to show you a few adjustments, cable adjustments, chain adjustments and a couple other things. So start off with the chain. Let's move the bike up here. Okay, this is a 420 chain. Basically you want about 10 to 15 millimeters of play in your chain. This one's a wee bit tighter because the bike's brand new. But the way to check your 10 to 15 mil is either get a ruler and measure it, or on the Thumpstars we have a tab. So it even says 10 to 15 mils. So basically the way to check it is you pull your chain up, and if your chain is be able to lift it over that tab, that means it's a bit loose. So as long as it's not stretching over the top of that tab, then your chain's about the right tension. You don't want it too tight either, just so it's got a wee bit of play in it. Yeah, so the way to adjust your chain to tighten it up is you get a 19mm and a 17mm spanner, and you loosen off the axle bolts here. You probably want to set your bike up on the stand, sitting down like this, not really ideal. And then once you've got your spanners, you loosen off the axle, get a couple of 10mm spanners, and then basically just screw out the chain adjusters, which will tighten your chain. Just make sure it's even on both sides, so your wheels center and the swing arm. And then yeah, that's basically about it. Just make sure your chain's not too tight, not too loose, because otherwise it can cause problems later on down the track. Okay, next thing we're going to show you about the clutch. So yeah, basically you want a bit of free play in your clutch. Otherwise, if there's no free play, it can cause clutch slipping, which isn't really ideal. Just makes your clutch wear out faster. So the way to check for clutch, check for free play in your clutch is basically, as you can see there, it's basically got nothing, which that's your free play. If I screwed the adjuster right out, so you now see how it's tight. That means the clutch is almost pulled on a little bit, which when riding could cause a bit of clutch slipping, which like I said before, is not really ideal. So the way to adjust it is basically screw in your inside bolt there, then screw the outside one, the one in. Basically you've got to play around with it until you've got free play. See, there's a little bit of free play there now. And then when you got to your point, just put in your adjuster so it's tight, and yeah, it's good to go. Next thing is your throttle. So you want the same deal with your throttle. You need a wee bit of free play. As you can see, that's got a wee bit, maybe a wee bit too much, this one. So if I wanted to adjust this, I just screw this here out. This is basically extending my cable. Maybe about there, just so it's got a little bit, so this makes the throttle quite responsive. And you just want to screw in your, yeah, about there is probably good. You can use this, get a couple of spanners to tighten them up properly. And yeah, that's basically adjusting your throttle. So yeah, check out our other videos for a few other tips and tricks, and follow our advice, and you should have a good day's riding.